Today I'm going to be expanding my base by including some of Bloxdow's most important farms. This includes rice and other farms needed to make almost every potion, and hopefully this will be my last building video for a while because this project took around 5 hours, and that's not including the embarrassing amount of time it took me to mine out the area to put the farms in my base. Okay, as you guys know, I need to a place to build all of these farms, and I was just walking up my stairs of my house and I just found this really eerie staircase that I totally did not spend like 10 hours building. And also, someone mined out this huge area and that person was totally not me or String. Guys, I swear we have lives, but basically, before I start building the farms in these areas, I don't even know if this is going to be enough room, but I'm going to try my best, okay? And if I have to mine more and spend even more of my life just mining out this area by hand, you know what, I'll have to do it for the video. But the first thing that I need to do is add ice onto the floor, because I'm not some dirt broke person who can't even afford to move faster, but I need to calculate how much ice I'm going to need for the ground. Okay guys, I quickly did the math, and I'm going to need exactly this number, so like 1.7 thousand pieces of ice, which I mean isn't that bad. And also when I add this bit of stairs, I'm gonna need, you know, like 1,800. Let me see if I have that on me real quick. Oh, I need like 100 more, which might not seem like a big deal to get, but it's gonna take so long to find an ice biome that has like 200 ice, and you know what, I'll try my best. Okay, I lied, my teammates actually sweat, and we have a bunch of ice already at our base, so yeah, I have enough, and I'm gonna get straight to building. I also have like a weird pattern on the stairs, and it actually looks better than it should, considering it's really simple and whatever, but I like it a lot actually. Just the texture of it. Okay, it's actually perfectly symmetrical, so the area on that side is the same as area on that side, so if I just make like a walkway down the middle, then it should be good, and you guys will see what I mean. Okay, the walkway's done, and I'm just gonna replace it with ice, and honestly, I'm gonna do this whole project on my own because I don't think that String wants to do a bunch of building, okay? That's just the impression that I got on Discord. But, so I'm gonna design it all myself, and hopefully it doesn't all look terrible. I'm nervous. I'm just gonna change this ice, and hopefully the final product doesn't look terrible. Okay, I finished placing the ice floor, and it actually looks pretty good, even though everything is empty. But what I'm planning on adding now is working on the walls, and maybe even the roof, because they're still just stone, and then once I have that done, I can finally work on the farms. Okay, I finished building like the hallway area down and changing the stone, but I feel like changing all of this stone would take like 2 hours and not really be worth it. I mean, like right now it doesn't even look that bad, even though there's no decoration, and I think I should just go straight into building the farm so I can finish it this year, if you know what I mean, because it's been like 2 weeks since I posted about this survival series last time. But the first farm that I'm definitely gonna make is a rice farm because it's the most important. Okay, so if you guys didn't see my farm on episode 3, basically what my rice farm was I dug like a hole in the ground. Well, not really, I built it above ground, but what I'm going to do is dig a hole in the ground and then have my rice grow in there. It's not going to be the most aesthetical thing ever, but when you're farming rice, you're just trying to get as much rice as possible in the smallest amount of time, and I think that this farm is like really efficient. So I'm going to try it out, and if I have to redesign it a bit, I will. But what I'm basically going to do is mine a huge strip, probably 2 of them, or 2 or 3, maybe even 3 if it doesn't grow back in time, but I'll have to test that, and then that'll be good for the rice farms, I think. Okay, I finished one side. I'm probably gonna put the other one on the other side because it like has to go against a wall. Or actually, I have an interesting idea. I could just build it on top of it. That could work. You know what? I'll see what seems like the smarter option. But for now, all I have is basically what I'm going to do is plant the rice here across, and then I can harvest it, and when I want to collect it I just run down there, and then I can run back up. Don't question why I built like 17 ways to run back up. I just felt like it was necessary. Okay, I'm going to see if I have enough room to build like a second story of it. Actually, funny enough, I do have enough room to build a second story, so I think I'm going to. And I'm also gonna build the exact same thing on, wait, no, I'm not gonna build the exact same thing on the other side unless it doesn't, like, unless it takes too long for me to harvest it. Well, it doesn't take long enough for me to harvest it, and the others isn't grown back. Basically, if the farm is too small, then I'll build another one against that wall. But overall, I think it's pretty good, and you'll see how cool it looks once it actually has rice. Okay guys, you might not think that this took so long, but it took like at least another hour just to make the upper layer, and the reason is because I felt like it would be a good idea to have a staircase that like connects everything up so I can easily get to the top. Was it worth an hour of my time? Definitely, and I'm gonna plant a bunch of rice and see how this farm looks when it's like fully planted. Dude, by the time I finished planting, some of it already started growing. That's how long it took, bro. Which is a good sign, because I want the bottom to be done growing once I, like, harvest the top, when I'm, like, harvesting this farm. Oh, I just realized, it's, like, planting so weirdly because of the ice. So maybe I shouldn't have ice here, and I can replace it with stone. And that might also be why I'm shifting off, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Okay, I finished planting the farm, and as you guys can see, I didn't like plant all of it because of the ice, but now that I replaced it with stone, it should be a lot easier to refill. And I think that this rice farm is successful, but what I'm going to do is harvest the bottom and see if by the time I'm done harvesting the bottom and replanting it, like, the top will regrow. Kind of. Well, basically, I'm just gonna test it and see if it works the way I want it to. Dude, right when I harvested it and replanted it, the bottom row was not ready, unfortunately. It was like, how far off is it? It's like one stage of growth away, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, there probably are some solutions to this. I could expand it down that way in that direction. Actually, yeah, I could just expand it down this direction. You know what? If I really want to, I'll do that like next episode or something, but I think I should go on to the next farm. Alright, what I'm thinking is this farm is definitely the most important, but another farm that's really important is like tree farms, because with trees you can get plums, which makes strength, resistance, speed, all of that stuff, even health, but health also needs melons, you know? So I'm gonna make like a tree farm for every type of tree that's important. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have 10 trees here, and I'm gonna see how many trees I need to make like an optimal farm, kind of. So I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna need 10, but I think I'm gonna need less than 10, but 10 should be plenty. So I'm gonna harvest them first, break the stems, because then a sapling should like appear. Alright, where is the sapling, bro? It's gonna appear sometime. Yeah, there's the sapling. And now I'm gonna start breaking the leaves, and we're gonna see how long it takes for the saplings to grow. Okay, so 10 was like around enough. Actually, no, I only think I placed 9. Let me see, but I was at this tree, so I was 1.5 trees left. Actually, no, I think that math is scoffed. Wait, yeah, my math is scuffed. It basically needed all 9 trees, yeah. Maybe I could do with 8, but I think that that's a bit too risky. And also, I have a lot of apples, bro. What is this? Okay, I think this design is more efficient, just because, like, why not spam the saplings, and then I have, like, a block of leaves. So basically, it's a bit more leaves, and also more wood if I'm ever trying to get wood, but usually I'm just trying to get the stuff from the leaves. And I think this is good, but what I'm going to want to make is, like, a storage system. I think I'm gonna have the storage system along, like, this wall, and basically have, like, chests, but I'm gonna need a lot of chests and them sorted because I could have, like, apples, plums, all of that different stuff, so I'm gonna get straight to working on that. Okay, I basically finished the storage system, except for, of course, putting stuff in the chest and, like, the wood labels. So I'm gonna plant one of each sapling and quickly get some wood and, like, saplings and stuff. Okay, I finally finished the wood farm and I filled up the chest, well, like, just to get them started. Like, I didn't fill them up all the way, of course. I'm not that much of a no-life slut. Maybe string will, though. But now I think it's time to enter, like, the final farm of the video. And that farm is obviously, like, the melon / pumpkin farm, because they're needed for health pots, which are, like, arguably some of the most important things that you ever need in PvP. So I don't know how I'm going to design it, but I think I'm just going to have it, like, across on this end of the wall, or maybe I'll want it, like, on this line. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Okay, I finally finished making the watermelon farm. I added, like, a box around it. Do not ask why, I just did, okay? Now, obviously, I don't have enough seeds to fill it all up, but on this story, I basically have, golden melons, or whatever they're called, and on the top story, I have normal watermelons, which is probably more important. And the design actually doesn't work right now, because basically the way that you harvest them is by mining them, and then picking them up, and spam turning them into blocks or whatever, but currently I can't do that. Basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna have to rebuild this. Slight modifications, basically just push the walls out by 1 block, and the crafting tables are here so I can craft the melons. Like, I'll show you guys, if you guys don't know, because they fill up your inventory really fast basically, because they do not stack at all, so I can just craft them into melons, and then it works fine. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video where I finished all of the farms. I made 3 of them, which obviously isn't every farm in the game, but I'm telling you bro, like 90% of the potions you're ever gonna need are made from either trees, rice, well rice is for healing, or melons, yeah? But maybe next video or something, I'm probably gonna make a PvP video, because I think you guys would appreciate that, because this one was just purely building. No interesting attacking, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. I know that String didn't really want to build it, so I had to do it on my own, but I hope he likes it once he sees what I did with the base, but I'll see you guys next time.